قد أنابا وإلى الله استجابا، إن من يرجو الثواب لا يبالي بالصعاب. في سبيل الله نمضي نبتغي رفع اللواء، فليعد للدين مجد وليعد للدين.
الشامية من جهته the صليبيين, the Crusaders, invaded and managed to cross the borders of the Muslim lands that are from the coastal borders from their direction. From their direction, they were an aid to the Tatar, the Mongols, when they attacked. And they were an aid to the French when they attacked. They had a hand behind every attack where they were supporting the invaders. And this is something even mentioned in the journals of one of the French. I have read this with my own eyes, where he describes the role of the Nusayris in allowing the French occupation to have their power and presence in Sham. So let's understand who we're talking about here. When we're talking about them, we're talking about a religious ruling of defining who is this person. So we can't go on to conceal facts from you. And they are the ones in the ruling government today. They are the ones ruling the Muslims today. Ask the question, are there majorities in Syria? Anyone can tell me here? I think every one of us will have the answer. Are there majorities? No. They are minorities. Are they originally wealthy? No. Are they considered to be from the elites and the educated originally? Even now, they're still dumb. And I'll give you some stories where you can see how dumb they go to. Those who want to read, it's enough to say that they can believe such things. But let's go back. The reason why I raise this question is to make you think, then how did they take leadership over Syria? It explains to you their hand that was strongly in the hand of the occupation, which is tied with the benefits of Israel and so on. By the way, Hafez al-Assad handed over Julan, handed it over. He announced even before the battle began that they were defeated. And when it began, he announced, and this is in 1967, he announced even when the battle began that it ended while it was still going on. He handed it over. And they consider it to be a battle. Wallahi, it was nothing but a disgrace that they have done. So the past, I spoke about it. As to the present, it's no different to the past. They have went on to lock down cities today. Dar'a. Wallahi Dar'a. This is a place that will be recorded in history for its stances. Or we're talking about Hama or Hims. Or talking about all the other areas, Bayas, Tartus, even parts of the Latakia. It goes on. What they have been doing, but they were also in a state of lockdown. It became a police city. When we're talking about a police city, we're talking about even the basic rights being deprived. No electricity, no telephone, no even food that can be easily found, no walking in the streets. This is the state they are living today. And we can go on to speak about every one of the places that they have went on to oppress, and it will require many, many lectures. As to the mosques, then they have continued their legacy of walking into the mosques and disgracing, or let's say, the mosque will never be disgraced. Let me say it, that they went on to try to disgrace the mosques, where they brought their impurity with them, wallahi al-azim, you'll see with your own eyes, where they're mocking the people who pray, carrying a cigarette while he's praying. And the image that you see is nothing but mockery. That's what they're doing to the mosques. They went on to stop the Jama'ah in many mosques. And they went on to stop the Jumu'ah in many mosques. And they even closed the mosque of Al-Umari Al-Kabir in Dar'a. And they made it into a military base for them. They went on to imprison the imam of that mosque who was blind. And they killed one of his sons in front of the whole family. And this is all referenced. They went on in Damascus to prevent people from going to Masjid al-Hussein to pray the Jumu'ah. And this is what made the noble, great man, Qayyim Rajah, resign. Despite the fact he's an old man, he had the morality, he had the nakhwa, he had the izzah. He went on to resign from them. And he even went up to speak against them. From the disgusting things that they have done, is that they went on to take children, wallahi my brothers, children who are innocent. They went on to torture them. Children. One of these children you probably heard about, Hamza Khatib. They took him, he's 13 years old. 13 years old, my brothers. They took him from an area near Dar'a, and his body was found as a dead corpse. And wallahi al-azim, his image was something that causes you to be in a state where you're in shock. You can't believe this is reality. His neck was cracked. His bones were cracked. His private parts were cut off. His private parts, 30 years old. They went on to cut off his private parts. Another person, Hussein al-Za'bi, a teacher. Brothers, they skinned him. They skinned him. He was found skinned. Have you ever seen someone without any skin? Well, once you see him, you'll see someone. They went on to the females, my brothers. Even to females, killing females. They went on to even do the rape to women and girls. Tell me, how can such people be called humans after this? How could they be called as humans? And how can anyone be in doubt to such people being of the people who, wallahi al-azim, the least that should be done to them is that they should be cut up into pieces. And then they will come bi-idhnillah azza wa jalla. Brothers, they have never went on to serve the country with anything that they promised. And the only ones that benefited from them are the Jews. Even to the extent that it is reported, and I read this with my own eyes, where Benjamin says to America, don't pressure Syria too much with the media. Don't do it too much, because they're the ones who are being protected. If you want to go to Syria today and cross the borders to Palestine, good luck. Before you're shot by them, you're shot from behind. That's what they'll do straight away. They're guarding their borders. Today, where are the tanks? Are they on the borders? It's turned towards the people. I love this poetry that one of the poets he said. And this is to those who understand the Arabic. أيها السارقون حكم البلاد من أباح الرعاع رق العباد السلاح الذي شراه لكم الشعب لتشقوا به صدور الأعادي فأبيتم سوى مهج الأحرار ميدان صولة وجلاد أنعاجا إذا لقيتم يهودا وعلى شعبكم أسود الأعادي أيها الطغاة أيها الظالمون أين مصيركم وسهم القضاء بالمرصاد ومصير الطغاة مختلف الشكل ولكن موحد بالسواد. Wallahi, these words are beautiful, described by someone who witnessed them with his own eyes. O thieves who have stolen the leadership of countries, who allow the foolish to enslave the servants of Allah Azza wa Jalla. The weapons that you have was purchased by them, donated by them, to go on to face the enemies, that you turned it around towards the innocent who paid for it. Are you like shepherds and sheep in front of the Jews, but in front of your people you are nothing but lions? O oppressors and O tyrants, where would you run to when the decree of Allah Azza wa Jal is on the hunt for you? And yes, the destiny or the end result could vary from one tyrant to the other, but they are all equal in the blackness and darkness of it. SubhanAllah describes it. My brothers, this is who we are dealing with today. You should not think to yourself that I live far away and I have no duty towards them. Why? Because we're talking about a Muslim land first and foremost. Secondly, we are talking about a time now that where your actions, where your dua, where your support plays a very big role in supporting them and aiding them and helping them. Thirdly, because such lands will have such an impact on the direction this whole ummah will take. Wallahi, if they are victorious, you are up for the best of days, bi'idhnillah azza wa jalla. Bi'idhnillah, you are up for the best of days, and they will be victorious. And they will be victorious. Just like the others in Egypt, in Libya, in Tunis, and bi'idhnillah, in Yemen are victorious, likewise they'll be victorious. This is the faith that we have to have.